According to Complex's 2026 Hip-Hop Media Power Ranking, DJ Akademiks was named the #1 media personality, and the reaction across streams, podcasts, and social media was immediate and polarized. This is not just internet noise, it's a cultural test. Complex is effectively asking the industry to decide, does reach and platform amplification now equal the kind of power that legacy radio hosts and print editors once monopolized? The way the public record plays out, Complex is making that argument by placing a streamer to commentator at the top. The concrete facts are straightforward. Complex published its 2026 Hip-Hop Media Power Rankings and listed DJ Akademiks at #1. The list mixes podcasters, streamers, and traditional media figures, and the announcement produced a wave of screenshots, Instagram Reels, and YouTube reaction clips. Some people celebrated, some rejected the choice outright. The speed and volume of those reactions underline why this matters beyond a single headline. Why the ranking matters is worth pausing on. Complex still holds cultural influence. Their lists shape conversations and can reframe reputations. Historically, radio clout, editorial history, and institutional prestige measured media power. In 2026, Complex's definition clearly weights platform reach, streaming hours, and the ability to create viral moments. That shift is significant because it changes who counts as a gatekeeper in hip-hop culture. Akademiks' ascent didn't happen overnight. Complex's coverage shows he was #2 on last year's list behind Kai Cenat, so the movement to #1 is a continuation of trendline growth. One engine behind that growth is his consistent coverage of headline storylines. The public record documents his early and persistent takes during high-visibility beefs and Drake-adjacent narratives. Those moments when a beef or rollout is unfolding are exactly when real-time coverage matters. It turns isolated events into serialized content that keeps audiences returning. Parallel to content choice is sheer output. Akademiks' model is live, loud, and frequent. He turns press moments into streaming content, and there are public clips of him going live after Complex announced the ranking. Celebration and content production rolled into one. That kind of velocity is a modern currency. The ability to take a moment and sustain it across platforms is one reason Complex and observers have credited him with measurable influence. Creator reactions amplified the controversy. Within hours, reaction videos and reels proliferated. Among them, a response from Poetic Flacco, which has been flagged as a contextual source in the verified research. Poetic's take joins many YouTubers and Instagram creators asking whether legacy voices were undervalued. Those reactions are part critique, part community reckoning. They show how quickly creators form consensus and mobilize discussion around a cultural signpost. The industry reaction went beyond smaller creators. Joe Budden, who ranks highly on Complex's list, publicly reacted to Akademiks taking #1. Reporting and clips capture Budden testing the dynamics between podcasters and platform creators. There was also documented pushback involving radio figures like Ebro and tensions involving Rory and Mal as part of the broader public exchange. These critiques are professional disagreements about criteria and values, not objective refutations of Akademiks' reach. One claim that intensified the conversation was Akademiks' reported suggestion that Drake called to congratulate him on the ranking. That detail appears in Complex reporting and in subsequent coverage. Important caveat, the public record frames this as Akademiks' claim as reported by media, not an independently published message from Drake. If true, artist acknowledgement from Drake would be industry validation of a particular sort, but the responsible way to treat that detail is as a reported claim until verified independently. Akademiks' role during Drake's Iceman rollout is another data point Complex appears to consider. Reporting and commentary point to his amplification of rollout teasers and fan discourse around Iceman. His streams and clips kept the conversation going, showing how a platform-native figure can transform a promotional campaign into sustained public engagement. And that capacity to sustain narrative momentum is a form of influence Complex weighed. Not everyone accepts the rankings premise. Critics argue Complex privileges reach over editorial integrity and institutional standards. That methodological fight is the heart of the pushback. Some observers measure power by radio numbers, accuracy, gatekeeping, and institutional leverage. Others measure it by virality, clip reach, and day-to-day engagement. Both viewpoints have merit, and the ranking exposed that unresolved tension. We should be explicit explicit about what remains unverified and what is documented. Measurable factors, streaming frequency, clip virality, the fact of Complex's ranking, are on the record. Personal anecdotes or claims about private congratulatory messages are reported as statements by the people involved and should be treated as such. Distinguishing verified data from claim validation keeps the discussion honest. So what's the takeaway? Complex's choice to name DJ Akademiks #1 is defensible when you prioritize reach, amplification, and the ability to turn headline moments into ongoing narrative. It also forces a larger conversation. Power in hip-hop media is now plural. Streamers and digital commentators can be kingmakers, but institutional voices still hold standards and credibility that matter. Expect this debate to continue across streams, podcasts, and editorial pages because the definition of power is being renegotiated in real time.